What's going on, NextGenTactics? It's Colin, and this is going to be a bit of a fun video. This isn't a super serious, let's talk about strategy and the tactics, but I do want to point out really quickly that I'm using a couple of different weapons in this video that I haven't played with probably in any other video, at least not since I posted some PS3 content on my own channel. However, got the Scar 8s running on the Engineer kit. I've been loving this gun, and later on we're going to talk a little bit more about another weapon that I think you guys should give a try to. Anyway, in this game, the reason that it's fun is not because it was a super compelling, difficult, try-hard game, but because later on in the round I get accused of hacking. Now, I'm not sure if this person knew who I was and was just messing with me. If so, well played. But otherwise, well, let me be clear about something. I don't hack. I've never hacked. Not in a video game, anyway. I used to, well, I'm still working in internet working, so part of my previous role used to be as a security consultant, and in that role, I did hack things. I hacked things intentionally to try and exploit security flaws in networks and systems and that sort of thing, but when it comes to video games, no hacking for me, and I don't approve of it. There's your public service announcement for the day. But anyway, later on we moved to to Grand Bazaar Rush, and I was not recording that round. Oh, I left this clip in here because I wanted to point out that my random teammate, Ninja Skills, drove a lovely route in the Humvee, got us all the way in behind their base. I chose to spawn on the squad mate who had jumped out of the Humvee and was heading into the building. As soon as I spawn on him, I start taking fire. I'm suppressed, so I'm going to duck into the building and look at my mini-map, and I see that I got trouble coming from behind me, so I'm going to go cover the door. I shoot this guy. Here come the accusations. So, on to what I was saying, and that is that later on, one of his teammates picked up on it, and I responded to these guys sarcastically. Somebody came to my defense and said, man, he makes YouTube videos, and they're like, so? I said, yeah, man, like, the YouTube videos, my recording software doesn't display my hacks. I was being sarcastic, and I realized I was actually playing this round on my lunch hour, so if the sarcasm in what I said was lost on people, I do apologize to everyone who was in this game, but I was not hacking, so I figured I'd post the footage just so you can see that if I am indeed hacking, I am the shittiest hacker in history when it comes to video games. And there's a little bit more, cheating scum, etc. Now later on, when we went on to Grand Bazaar Rush, his teammate picked up on it and started calling me a team stacker. Now, I was playing with one subscriber in this game, and on Grand Bazaar, Nathy joined on our team. So yeah, there was 3 of us, but then Nathy got auto-balanced to the other side, and my subscriber left. So I was playing by myself. Whatever that means. Now, when I am trying to record a group live commentary or something like that, then yeah, we're kind of team stacked. But when I'm just sort of playing normally and I'm not asking people not to join my games, subscribers join me all the time in almost every game I play. If I'm online playing, chances are some of you, my subscribers, join my game. And that's awesome. It makes for good games. Here's the rub. Chances are they're going to join my team, they're going to join your team, and they're going to play their asses off. So, in essence, I'm stacking both teams by asking people to come play with me. Yeah, maybe people will favor coming over to play on my side, but, you know, if people start leaving the game, the empty spots, they fill up on wherever those empty spots happen to be available. As I said before, if you guys were just messing with me and you know who I was, then well played. I got a laugh out of it regardless. If you weren't messing with me and you were serious, go fist yourself. On to the next segment of this video, and I'm going to entitle this My Weekly Anger Manager. Now, I like to play Team Deathmatch. I like to play Team Deathmatch in order to just unwind. So if I've had a stressful day at work, maybe a stressful call at work, if, you know, a couple of days, occasionally I'm working from home and I have a lunch break and I just want to play a game for maybe 10-20 minutes and unwind, then I play Team Deathmatch. And it's nice to find weapons that are fun to frag people with, to shoot them in the head virtually in order to relieve stress. And a weapon that I've found exceptionally good this week to do just that is the G3A3. Now, I'm rocking this with a holographic sight because this is an excellent long-range weapon. I wanted to have just that little bit of extra zoom, although I do not like running something with magnification like an ACOG, that sort of thing. But with the holographic sight, I find that I can really get those pinpoint headshots even at fairly long distances. And I'm still sort of learning this weapon a little bit. I never switch it to single fire mode. I'm always running full auto. And with that, now that I kind of know the trigger trigger sensitivity, well, the click sensitivity on my mouse, I can single fire this thing no problem without having to switch to single fire mode. And if you just tap, tap, tap the trigger, it is absolutely lethal. So I've taken to firing this thing in like a 1-2, 1-2-3, 1-2, 1-2-3 sort of pattern. It's very easy to control because of the slow rate of fire, but this is the exception among all the assault rifles in that it does higher damage. Max damage is 34, I believe, and min damage is 25. So at close range, it takes 3 shots to kill. If you aim for the upper chest and hit one in the chest, one in the head, they're down. So that's fantastic. Very powerful weapon. I did try and use it on Grand Bazaar Rush. I didn't have the best results because I got into close quarters too many times against some players that were pretty good shots. So I won some, I lost some. It wasn't consistent enough, but I'm playing around now trying to find my favorite setup for a suppressed assault rifle. I'll give you guys some results on that in the next couple of days, but I did want to definitely highlight the G3A3. And it was playing with this weapon, the slower rate of fire, the higher damage, that made me want to go back and try the Scar H again, post-patch. So the loadouts that I'm using on these weapons, G3A3, I played around a bunch with foregrip, without foregrip. I even tried the suppressor, the flash suppressor, and what I've landed on is just a naked setup with the holographic sight, heavy barrel. Holographic sight and heavy barrel. And when I'm running the Scar H, I am running a foregrip and heavy barrel. And the foregrip I find on the Scar H keeps me in these gunfights longer when I'm suppressed, but with the G3A3, it was just too much of an impediment to my aimed accuracy. So, this is my anger manager for the week. If I get pissed off at something, I'm going to go into a TDM with my G3A3 and tear some heads off. Now it has pretty decent hip fire. Not terrible. As long as you keep strafing, you can take people out. Try and keep your reticle up so, maybe you'll get a lucky headshot and drop them faster. But I'm just tearing through opponents with this thing as long as I'm in the right situation. Have to kind of slow down my gameplay a little bit and not be quite as aggressive as I would with like an M16, AEK, that sort of thing. But it's working out pretty well. Coming up here is a fantastic montage fail. I'm going to look up here. 4 enemies there. I get one of them. Miss with the handgun. I'm dead. That is unfortunate. But anyway, wanted to share those clips with you guys. It was a fun video. Oh, right there. If you see somebody, just take a quick hip fire at them. If they're already damaged, because this thing does such a high rate of damage, you might drop them fast. You never know. It's always worth a try. Video's coming to an end. This round actually wound up, I think, 55-20. Not spectacular, but pretty good. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more G3A3 gameplay, I do have a full round posted on my channel. Link will be in the description. That's it from me, guys. Cheers. Talk soon.